How's it going, class? This is ITI 670, week 3 discussion. This is a pretty cool discussion post or a discussion board for me. I've done a lot of these throughout my time at National, but this one's cool because it puts you in a social scenario, and I feel like with my background in communication, I love being social, and I like my people skills being tested. So whenever I get a chance to learn more about myself and how to handle certain situations, it's a positive because it's going to make me a better teacher and a better coach someday. So here, imagine if you're a teacher and a colleague makes the following remarks to you, and then it says, like, how would you respond to your colleague? How might these statements inhibit appropriate SEL development in the classroom and diminish efforts to promote positive school climate? Consider SEL core competency. Okay, and your answer. So the first one says, I'm so tired of hearing different languages in the cafeteria. If one of my colleagues said that to me, I'd probably kind of be blunt and honest with them and just say that that's kind of super close-minded, and remind them that diversity is such a good thing in our school system because it gives us a chance to get to know different cultures, to figure out where people come from, where their parents came from, and that gives us information on how to connect with them. And if we can connect with them on a high level, then that will help us as educators help them optimize their learning. So diversity is huge. I know my lens is super unique in that I played baseball, and I was surrounded by a lot of players from the Dominican Republic and Venezuela, and I heard a lot of different music, from reggaeton to hardcore rap music to rock and roll. So like all those things help me have more awareness on the world around me and the people around me, and how to act in those professional settings when we're surrounded by people from different places all over the world. So just kind of closed-minded there. I would advise them to maybe just be more open-minded to meeting new people and connecting with new people. And not to mention, I wish I was bilingual. My Spanish was getting pretty good there for a while when I was surrounded with a lot of Dominican and Venezuelan players. So that's cool. That's a tool that makes people super valuable. It makes them super marketable when in the job force in a professional setting. So those are all positives for me. Why do they keep putting all these special education kids in my class? I'm not a special ed teacher. I shouldn't have to deal with these kids and their problems. Super selfish here. Don't really feel like you should be in the profession if you're not out to help kids. And then second, I would just be like, have you ever spent any time with moderate to severe special ed kids? Because they're pretty awesome. I was an aide before I got on as a campus supervisor at Grossmont High School, and had some of the best times with the kids that had Down syndrome. They're the coolest kids in the world, and I can empathize with those kids, and I just had a great time with them. So I just feel like this is super selfish. Educators should want to help all students, and it's one of those things where no one's better than anybody else. So we should try to look at all these kids, not the same, but we should use their assets and their funds of knowledge to help maximize the learning for each individual. The third one says John will never be able to learn X because of where he comes from. His family couldn't care less about education. Number one, I feel like, I would say, John can learn whatever he wants to if he puts his mind to it. So that's kind of a bold statement there. His family couldn't care less about about education. number one, you don't really know that unless like you've sat right in front of them, and I haven't been in any of these like IEP meetings or parent teacher conferences. But I doubt too many people would say that they don't care about education to your face. And the other thing is, like, you don't know if they care less about education. What if they're worried about keeping the lights on in their house, or like putting food on the table for their kids? You know, you never truly know what's going on with these people. So just have the social awareness to empathize and understand that, not understand, but realize that you don't know, what's really going on. You can't assume these things, and all you can do is, try to be there for the student, for the family, and try to uplift them and be positive whenever you do have interactions with them. But that's kind of what I would say to those three colleagues in those three scenarios. Basically just try to put yourself in other people's shoes and be open-minded. Diversity is a really good thing in the school system. So let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you.